Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to join us here on Cloud Harmonics Services webinar. We are so excited to have you here. If you can't tell, we're celebrating Halloween a little bit early just a little bit early this year. We thought we would have a little fun. So I myself am a Triceratops. I'm not sure if you can tell. And we've got a cow, green leader from Star Wars, Wonder Woman herself, and last but certainly not least, the cowboy you see is our rodeo CISO. So excited to have all of these lovely costume people on the call today. So let's go through the agenda really quick. And so I'll be making some introductions here to these lovely folks. We'll go through kind of the selling outcomes of services and kind of how that plays throughout the sales cycle. We'll then dive into pre-sales, delivered services, and then recurring services. We'll also go into a little bit of our partner enablement via our Starshot program. And then finally, we'll end it with some incentives we've got going on. So with that, I am going to hand this off to Mr. Sean Menninger, who is our channel CISO. Also on the call, we've got James White, Senior Manager of Solution Services. Julie Haste is the Manager of Cybersecurity Solutions. And Madison Kohler, our Vendor Services Associate. So take it away, Sean.
Thank you, folks. Well, we know right now it's a challenging environment that we're dealing with cybersecurity. We're not dealing with pimple-faced teenagers eating Cheetos and drinking Mountain Dew in their parents' basement. We're dealing with a much more difficult threat environment where we're dealing with nation states and organized crime, both of them well-funded and oftentimes one and the same. And then some of you who I've had meetings with before have often heard me say that I believe the biggest threat in our industry right now is actually not the latest zero-day or not the latest ransomware attack. It's actually the lack of expertise. And so one of the things that we want to talk about today is how can we help you as our partners make sure that our customers are getting to the outcomes that they need to get to. And that's another thing I want to focus on is when we are encountering or working with our customers, instead of focusing on product sales specifically, it's really important to focus on outcomes. And what I mean is if you go in thinking that you're going to sell them a firewall, you will never sell them anything but a firewall. I believe that the best way to how you can package or add these type of services onto your sales is by talking to the customers and listening to them and finding out what hurts, what keeps them up at night. Because I can tell you, if you can give them a good night's sleep, you don't have to discount because people will pay for a good night's sleep. As I said, the threat environment right now is pretty scary. We don't have our customers, they don't have the manpower to be able to, the expertise to be able to deal with the situations. That's why we're here to help. Now, the good news is that those very type of services we're talking about making sure that we offer to our customers, focusing on outcomes, also drive more margin. So that's more margin opportunity for you. Now that's good because it helps your bottom line, but it also leads to better outcomes for the customers. Better outcomes for the customers adds to happy customers, and happy customers come back for recurring sales. And as we're going to talk about later, recurring revenue. And so our purpose, what we're trying to do here is help guide, develop, and enable your cybersecurity business. Next slide. So how do we do that? Well, I like to map this out of how we can help you provide services throughout the entire sales cycle to make sure that we go from, I often say, from frameworks to reference architectures, all the way to solutions where we put the packages together for that specific customer, and then outcomes where we actually implement and execute the plan. And all four of those are necessary, but the goal is to get them to the desired outcome. Now, we've all talked about product sales. Everyone here, we know we sell product, and that's great. But we want to add the services, as I've said. And so first, we're going to talk about in this presentation, we're going to talk about pre-sales. We're going to talk about sales engineer services, demos, solution design, how we can help you with the pre-sales services. And then next, we're going to talk about delivered services. Now, when I say delivered services, these are services that are delivered and then they're done. Take, for instance, training. Sign someone up for a 5-day class. You put the SKU you put this, you SKU it out, and then they take the class and it's over. Professional services, these are implementation and deployment services. You add them in to the sale and then, or to the quote, and then you provide that service, but it's done, it's over, which is good. It's still much higher margin than just product sales alone. You're adding good services. But then we also want to talk about later on, we're going to talk about recurring services. And these are services that once you've built that relationship, because sales is all about trust. It's about becoming the trusted advisor for your customer, listening to them, helping them solve problems. And then that's what gets you to the recurring services, where you can continue the pipeline, where you can continue that relationship, continue to build on that trusted advisor status, and really, once again, keep your customers at the outcomes that they're trying to seek. And so all of this is built on top of our integration lab. Now, some of you have actually taken classes with us before. We do obviously a lot of enablement for your engineers. And most of you have taken our classes where you know we have the lab environment where we're actually building and expanding that to cover actually far greater reference architectures, more use cases, and make it more dynamic. So you have a lot more opportunities. But all of that is foundational for all the other services that we provide for demo, for the training environment, for sandboxes, things like that. So with that, that's just a basic rundown. I'm going to hand it over to James White, who's going to go into a little more detail about some of these specific services.
All right, great. Thank you, Sean. So, one of the experiences our partners have been having lately with this great migration that's been going on is they've seen a lot of turnover on their engineers, and they've been, let's say, for lack of a better word, requiring a lot more resources, right, to be able to accommodate the volume of calls and whatnot that are coming on. But they're finding that the resources that they have aren't skilled or aren't trained enough to always deliver on expectations for the partner. So they've actually been reaching out to us at Cloud Harmonics and have been leveraging us to do their day-to-day pre-sales tasks, things like Q&A and sizing, bill of material assistance, call assistance, doing proof of concepts, demos, all of those things, and we're more than willing to help all of our partners out on that. On top of that, we will train our partners as if they were extensions of our own team. So make sure that they have all of the requisite training for them to be able to do their job. We will mentor them through the process, and we'll even ride shotgun if they'd like, and help them out with calls with the actual end users themselves. And we also have a program called Starshot. I'll talk about that a little bit later, that will help us facilitate a lot of that enablement and mentoring. All right, next slide, Ruth. All right, we also do training, right? And from its very foundation, Cloud Harmonics was a training organization, and over the years we have won Authorized Training Partner of the Year 8 times. Most recently, we won Instructor of the Year. So we really do put a lot of value into, take a lot of pride in our training, and we also want to make sure that we extend our training capabilities out to our partners, not only as a not only just offering out there, but kind of as a priority for us, because we really believe the value of educating our partners and educating our partners on the particular technologies, right, and the particular products is really going to be able to help us all kind of grow and prosper with those very technologies. So, you know, reach out to me, reach out to our team, and we always have various specials and discounts for our partners, various training specials. We'll even do custom classes, but you know, the end goal is to get you guys trained up to where you need to be, and or, you know, offer training for your end users as part of those packages. When you guys are selling them, you know, we don't want you just pushing boxes, we want you pushing solutions, and part of that solutions is making sure that they get trained up as well, right? So thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Jules now.
Thank you, James. So as you just heard, our rodeo CISO and our green leader, James, talk about, you know, we are all acutely aware of the lack of expertise in technology and engineering space. And so, you know, as they both mentioned, we're continuing to hear from our resellers and vendor partners about the daily struggles. So we really just want you to know we see you, we hear you, and we're here to help. And actually, there are several ways that we can help you. So let's start with our partners who are interested in delivering professional services, but perhaps need some additional guidance or training around certifications. We never want to compete with you, but in fact, we really want to help enable you. So perhaps you just lost an engineer and need help training their replacement. This is where you can leverage the training courses James just mentioned. We even have some partners leveraging us on a regular basis as part of their formal onboarding program. We can also help with assessments and health checks. We can act as your third-party trusted advisor for those regulatory and compliance situations. And for those partners who are not interested in offering professional services, you can count on Cloud Harmonics to partner with you for seamless deployment and implementations to exceed your customers' expectations and really set them up for success. So for example, focusing in on those defined deliverables, we're seeing a lot of interest around Palo Alto Networks quick starts, specifically around Strata and Prisma Access. So whether your customer is new to security or working with an advanced enterprise, we have just the team to support your needs. All of our professional services engineers are PCNSE certified and collectively bring over 20 years of experience in professional services, working with firewalls and Palo Alto networks. We're also experienced in the public cloud space with certifications in GCP, AWS, and Azure, as well as expertise in the entire cybersecurity ecosystem, such as Okta and Infoblox. Next slide, please. So as we talk about or think about our Authorized Support Center, we want to make sure we understand the need that maintaining security infrastructure is a top priority for any organization. When problems arise, Cloud Harmonics is there to resolve any technical support issue quickly and efficiently. Our Authorized Support Center has over 90% customer satisfaction rate with Palo Alto Networks. So what exactly is authorized support? You can think of our Authorized Support Center as support for those break-fix situations. So if it was once working and now it's not, that is considered break-fix support. So for example, if a firewall that was already configured properly and was functional goes down for whatever reason, that would be considered break-fix support. But if you want to add more firewalls to your environment, that would be outside the scope of break-fix support. Let me throw you another analogy. If your car breaks down and is under warranty, you take your car to the dealership to get fixed. But if you want to buy a new stereo or perhaps get some shiny new wheels, those scenarios would not be covered under warranty. When your customers call into our support center, they can count on our team to get them back up and running as quickly and efficiently as possible. So some of the benefits that your customers will experience with our Authorized Support Center is we offer break-fix support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Dial tone to engineer is about under 10 minutes. So that means your customers will be greeted by a Palo Alto Networks certified engineer who can immediately begin troubleshooting their issue and will stay with them throughout the entire process. We offer clearly defined SLAs and expectations, so your customers know exactly what to expect every step of the way. And we also have a proprietary online incident tracking system, so you can have real-time visibility. Our engineers not only have ASC experience, but they're also Palo Alto Networks certified trainers, educating our customers and partners. They're involved in pre-sales enablement support, as well as professional services experience. We realize our customers' needs are not one size fits all. So we've developed 3 levels of support, and we refer to them as Horizon, Pinnacle, and Zenith. All 3 levels offer exclusive benefits to address your customers' needs. Our Horizon support offering mirrors Palo Alto Networks partner premium support, plus exclusive additions like access to our foundations training. Our Pinnacle and Zenith offerings all include the exclusive benefits that Horizon support offers, plus some additional implementation hours. So we're really excited to support Palo Alto Networks customers in the post-sale cycle to ensure the experience is really the best service possible. If you'd like more information on our professional services or authorized support center, please do not hesitate to reach out to your Cloud Harmonics account manager or myself for more details. And for those partners who have already leveraged our professional services or authorized support center, we thank you sincerely for your business. At the end of the day, we just want to make you look good. So managed services, we're already providing many of the tools and services to support your existing managed service offerings. So coming soon, we are going to be helping provide you with additional capabilities, specifically around firewall as a service to expand your service offerings. So more to come on that, but for now, I'll turn it back to James.
Hey guys, as I mentioned before, we were going to talk a little bit more about Starshot, and I just want to kind of bring it all together and talk about one of the ways that we can proactively work with you guys, work with our partners, is through our, what I like to call an enablement platform and program called Starshot. Right now, when the original vision for Starshot was a platform where we can enable all of our partners, kind of a one-to-many scale. But what it really turned into is our ability to not only enable you, but also to mentor you guys through these through various processes, and we can leverage it for any set of compliance requirements, or for you to just use it to track your different employees trying to get up to speed on various types of technologies. Currently we're using it for partners that are going through the Palo Alto Networks specialization program, or the incubator program, right? To help kind of drive that progress through that so they can graduate, succeed in that, right? But ultimately what Starshot is for us and is for you is that we can take all of those complex requirements out there, compliance requirements and vendor requirements and whatnot, and simplify it and make it easier for you and put it in one place so that you can easily track everything. So if you want to know more about Starshot, please reach out to myself or anybody on the team here, and we'll be more than happy to share more information on that with you.
And we hope you learned a lot about kind of what we offer, what we can help you with. I'd like to thank my costumed cohorts here and wish you all a very happy Halloween, happy and safe one. And keep it spooky. If you have any questions, please reach out to your Cloud Harmonics account manager, or any of us here on this call will be more than happy to help out. Again, thank you for your time today. I really appreciate it. Hope everybody has a great rest of their day. Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.